There it is.
Just trying to get us both in shot.
Vanilla.
Yeah.
No.
Just take your hat off.
No, not good hair.
Hello, it's us, Shari and Chris, otherwise known as...
Nibbles and Bubbles.
We are back from Walt Disney World. We've been back a few weeks now. Cry.
I'm sorry.
Cry.
No. Did we go? Did we go?
It doesn't feel like we really went at all.
Rain,
yeah.
You know.
So hopefully you've watched all our vlogs of our recent trip, and so we thought we'd just finish the series with a little chat about how we found things. We've asked for questions from your good selves, and we've got a few, so we'll jump straight in with some questions from Mr. David and Mr. Ian.
Oh.
It starts off with a really big one, actually. Top 3 meals.
Ooh. Okay, we're gonna go 3-1.
Go on then.
Okay, my third one would probably be Sci-Fi Diner.
Mm-hmm.
That was, just the best burger for me. And it had like a little crab cake in it, and just obviously the venue I think is just a great place to eat. With the screen and just sit in a car and that'd be my third one. What about you?
Well, you do all your
I do all my 3.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 2, I would have to say Sebastian's probably. Sebastian's was a delightful surprise because I wasn't expecting anything, exciting. But yeah, it was like kind of like a all-you-can-eat kind of family style.
At our resort, Caribbean
first
beach
meal
resort,
of the holiday, and it was just the really friendly service. The food was really nice, especially all the different meats, and the bread was to die for.
Really good.
And the top one has to be Topolino's Terrace because it was just a stunning venue. The food was amazing, the service was incredible, and obviously when they put the screens up and you could see the view, and then we saw the fireworks at the end of the night, and the food was just best. Definitely my number 1. What about you?
Well, my number 2 and number 1 are the same as yours, Sebastian's and Topolino's, because they were amazing. My number 3, I would have to go for a bit of a curveball. I would go for Space 220 Lounge because we didn't know what to expect. We weren't really expecting a lot from the food, but it was really good food. The atmosphere in there was great, and we probably had our best server of the entire trip in there. Good. And so it was a really lovely experience. So that would be my number 3, followed by Sebastian's, which again we were quite surprised by how much we loved. The food was so good. And then Topolino's was just in another level.
Oh, another level.
Yeah, it was amazing. As far as signatures go, it was definitely one of the best signatures we've ever had.
Exceeded all my expectations. I thought it was going to be good, but it was just like, wow.
So that was in the Riviera Resort. It was just so opulent, and we were just looked after so well. So relaxed as well. It was lovely.
Such a nice table. I think as we were looking at that table, and just the whole atmosphere was so relaxing, and just it felt very special.
Yeah, it was good, that one. So next question, top 3 PhotoPass pics. I might try and drop some in here at some point. I think it's like always getting the ones in each park, getting one. We sort of got the 100. They had like 100 years of Disney sign outside each park. So tried to get one of those, didn't we?
I think we got one of them in each park,
And for the first time ever, we tried the, what's it called? Zoom shots. So we got about 3 of those, didn't we? In different
we got one
parks.
at Galaxy's Edge, didn't we? And we got one in
Animal Kingdom, and we got one in Epcot as well.
They were really well.
So they were really good. So they were a lot of fun. We'd not done those ones before. We didn't get the Magic Kingdom one. I think that one was like the busiest one.
I think we tried, didn't we? But then there was a big queue, so we kind of gave it up.
Next question from Ian, from David, Mr. David and Mr. Ian, is how was Aer Lingus? What would you like to say about Aer Lingus?
Do you know what? I was pleasantly surprised. I was a bit worried because you always worry when you kind of fly with a new airline what they're going to be like. Because obviously we love Virgin and BA. But I mean, I know we were in like business class, so of course we had a heightened experience. But no, they were really, really attentive. The plane was lovely. It was a really good flight. I mean, there was a few things on the way back where maybe they weren't as attentive.
But I think you get that on every night flight back. I don't think the staff are as present or fussing around you like they are on the way out. So,
although I complain about breakfast because Sharon was like, "Did you enjoy your breakfast pastry?" I didn't get a breakfast pastry.
I got a breakfast pastry. It was very nice.
But no, they were really good. I thought, yeah, the flight was really, really good. We didn't have any problems with delays or that lot and getting on and getting
So just
off.
in case you didn't see the video, we don't fly. We're not business class people. We don't get like air miles and things like that. We always have to pay a lot of money to go during the summer holidays. But we do like, because we don't go very often, we do like to go premium economy. So we have the best sort of relaxing flight we can get. And there was no premium economy when we were wanting to go with BA, but they offered us business class with Aer Lingus for the same price.
Same price. That was the crazy thing. It was the same price. It wasn't like we were paying more to do it. It was, we thought, well, why not treat ourselves?
And it was amazing.
It was really good, yeah.
It spoiled us really.
Yeah,
I don't think we'll ever
spoiled,
get to do it again, because if you buy it, it's sort of just, if you go specifically to look for business class, it is ridiculous money, but this wasn't. And we just had the best time. So but Aer Lingus was really good. It was just as good as BA and Virgin in terms of how well looked after you felt, and it was also it's like smaller and cozier and just nice and relaxed.
Oh,
so
definitely fly
I
with
would
them again.
recommend
they were
them.
really good.
And it was all very easy checking in and everything. So yeah.
I think the only thing I would think of to say is like I think we booked Aer Lingus through British Airways, but I think next time just for convenience and so it was less confusing, you probably better just book it direct through Aer Lingus. I think
You might not get the deal if you book direct through Aer Lingus. I think we only got it because we booked through BA. But then it was like, do we look for? Do we communicate with BA?
It was
fine, and we weren't sure whether we could pre-book seats. But we went on the chat, the Aer Lingus chat, and they sorted us out with the seats. So yeah, it was really good. Yes, very good. Favourite new experience on the trip?
Oh, I'll let you go first. I have to think about that. New experience.
I thought you might say, go on, you know what you're going to say. I know what you're going to say.
Tron. Yeah, Tron was just, I think for the first time when I saw it in, was it Japan, Shanghai, wherever the new one was, and I saw the video of it and I was like, my God. And then when they said it was going to come to, obviously, to Florida, I've waited so long to go on this ride, you would not believe. And and I thought it would be good, but I was like, wow, it was just like amazing. I think we both came off it with the biggest grins in the world. I was just like, oh, we're on that. It was just stunning. So for me, and I think that was when we sort of rode more than anything. So,
I was like a bit nervous because I don't like trying new things, rides, because you never know what you're going to feel like on it. But it was just so nice. It was really, yes, it was fast, but you felt very safe, and it was just fun and very smooth. And we ended up getting 2 individual lightning lanes for it because it was just brilliant. So
that'd be mine.
It's good. It's really hard. Obviously, Tron is up there, but I think we went to see the new Cirque du Soleil show, and I think, although we've been to see a Cirque du Soleil show in Disney Springs before, I enjoyed this one even more, I think. It was so good. It was really good, and it was more Disney based. And it was really emotional, and it had the thrills, but it also had some beautiful dancing and some beautiful visuals. So I'm desperate to go back and see that again, and I would highly recommend going to see it. It's called Drawn to Life, and it's in that massive big white tent building that you see in Disney Springs. And it's a bit pricey. I mean, I think we paid $89 each for a ticket, but I think you can get cheaper tickets. You can get more expensive tickets. We're mid-range.
Because we can't mid-range sitting ours, Woody wouldn't have a great view, but I don't think there's any particularly bad views wherever you sat. So
you get a different view from wherever you sit. But
like Sherry said, I mean, obviously the performers do amazing things, but then it was just like even like the technology and all the, the
lighting
and
the sound,
and the videos, and it all combined. Was
live music. It
was just like stunning. So
I know as theatre people, it was just ultimate for us. So that, and I just have to have a mention for the Disney Skyliner, which we'd not been on before. That was a really good, convenient way of moving about.
That was a game changer. It was brilliant to be able to just hop on that and no wait for a bus. We could just get on it and go off it. It was really, really good.
That was and because we were at Caribbean Beach Resort, that's where they had a Skyliner hub there, and you could get to Epcot and Hollywood Studios really easily, except when there was a thunderstorm. Let's see. Top 3 snacks. It's still Mr. David and Mr. Ian. They're still going.
Top 3 snacks. Okay. Okay. It's hard because I suppose we had like the food and wine, didn't we? We didn't include
Yeah,
that as well.
I don't know, maybe.
I don't know. I'll probably go old school. Probably third one would be the Cheshire Cat tail. Second one would be Gaston's. The
Cinnamon bun.
cinnamon bun, yeah, with the fused brew. And of course, for me, number one, there can be only one snack, and that is the turkey leg. I waited a long time for that turkey leg, and it was good.
Yeah, you like your turkey leg.
I do
Me
like
not
turkey
so
leg.
much.
Gotta have a turkey leg every time. What about you?
It's so hard. We had the cheeseburger spring rolls for the first time, and they were quite nice.
They were nice, yeah.
I had the Grace stuff at Gaston's, and I really enjoyed that
the Grace
because
stuff.
we normally get it in the restaurant, but we didn't go there this time, so that was nice to have that. Yeah, probably not the Mickey Premium ice cream that melted and fell on the floor at Animal Kingdom.
Yeah, it was probably just the heat, but yeah, that was the
Yeah.
quickest I've ever seen an ice cream melt in my life.
Yeah, so.
I think I managed to eat all mine. I think you lost a bit of yours, didn't you?
I think we kind of, it sounds really bad because we were doing food and wine and we had like lots of small plates there which were amazing. We didn't get a lot of snacks.
No,
really.
I'm trying to think. I mean, think back.
Yeah.
I was trying to think. I don't think we had a lot of snacks.
Yeah.
We had like this. Didn't we have the Mickey cinnamon bun? I think we had that.
Yeah, and we had our usual breakfast pastries and things like that.
Cheese Danish.
Yeah.
So.
I love, cheese Danish would always be number one probably for me.
I've got to say, I did have a big disappointment, and that is obviously because Sunshine Seasons now has changed, so they don't have a lot of stuff they used to have. And one of my all-time go-to things was like they did like the best key lime pie. Oh,
That's in the Land Pavilion in Epcot. Yeah.
Didn't have it anymore.
That was like on a very reduced service, Sunshine Seasons, and it was always our favourite quick service.
Was, yeah.
And they used to have wonderful salads and sandwiches and hot meals, and it was basically just breakfast pastries and a few sandwiches. I think now pre-made sandwiches.
Pre-made, yeah.
But it was still a nice place to sit.
Oh, we love sitting there. It was nice, and in a way it was a bit quiet, but yeah, shame they didn't have the stuff they used to have.
So, what was your favourite food and wine snack then?
Ooh. Probably that curry that we had was really, really
The
nice.
curry was really good from the India
That was
booth,
like,
yeah.
to say it was just a curry, that was really, really flavourful. I enjoyed how you had the beef with the
Coffee
rub.
rub.
And that was nice as well, yeah. So I probably, them two probably kind of even keel as my two favourites. How about you?
Probably for me, the filet mignon from Canada, with the mushrooms and the boursin sauce and mashed potatoes. Really had been waiting to try that for a long time, and we found it hard with food and wine because the weather was really hot. Like it's always hot,
Yeah.
but it was particularly hot. Everybody was giving like lots of weather warnings when we were out there, so it wasn't as easy to wander around World Showcase as we have done in the past, because without getting very hot.
Very rarely walked all the way around, didn't we? Because it was that hot.
It was
couldn't get
dangerously
all the way
hot.
around.
So, but we like sort of decided what we want and sort of went in like ninjas, got it and got out, rather than which was a shame. But we did try some nice stuff. Yeah, the curry and the fillet were really good.
I think we made more of a dent on it than when we did. For like Flower and Garden, where we
did.
kind of did less. We kind of at least felt like we had a decent. I think my only regret was we didn't get around to like Morocco and try the different bits there, which would.
I really wanted one of the waffles from Belgium as well.
Yeah, there's a few things we wanted to try that we kind of maybe didn't get to.
So that's what kind of leads on. Anything you wish you did, what you did but you didn't get to. So I think there was a few food booths we didn't get to that we wanted to get to. Anything else you didn't do that you wanted to do?
I don't think there was anything I didn't do. I think if I'm going to go that way, I was because we didn't have Fast Pass. I think that did show. So there were certain things we only did once, which I would have liked to have done more. Like we only did Slinky Dog once.
If you're there for 2 weeks, you like to think you can get on stuff more than once.
We only did Test Track once. You know, there's certain rides and things that I would have wished we could have done more than once, and we just never got to do them. I suppose as well, I didn't get to do Figment either. I think because I think there was, he never timed it right. And I think when we did try and time it and go there, it was down. So it's just one of them things again. So I missed out on Figment, which I would like to see. But yeah, I think it would have been nice to do more things. I think that's where the lack of Fast Pass really felt it, because you knew we'd either have to queue for it in the morning and get there straight away, or try and queue for it during the day. Yeah, so.
I think talking about food, we had a meal at Kona Cafe, which we really love Kona Cafe, and I think we would go back there, but I think we both felt we ordered the wrong things, and I think we wished we'd ordered some sushi.
Yeah, I think that was the thing. Yeah,
because they do sushi really well.
I had a burger and it was okay, but it didn't wow me. It was a bit disappointing, and looking back, because I love Kona. you were a bit disappointed with your Lapu Lapu, weren't you?
That's my favourite drink in the
flavour.
pineapple, but it didn't really taste the same as it has done in the past. But we would definitely go there again, and we just order a selection of sushi.
Sushi, yeah, because I think you'd had the sushi before, and the sushi does look amazing.
Yeah, so that was more, I wish I'd done that instead. More questions. This is from Amanda Greenwood. Hi, Amanda. Where would you recommend to stay for first time Walt Disney World visitors, i.e. me and the kids, 11 and 12? We like convenience, but we like to be able to chill out a bit. Now, obviously we haven't stayed in all the resorts, and a lot of people with families would stay in either Pop Century or the All Star Sports.
Pop Century. It's kind of like this theme for kids.
We haven't stayed there, so we don't know. I mean, Caribbean Beach is great for kids, and it is got that chill element as well. So it's got an amazing central pool, but it's really relaxing to go back to, and it's got the Skyliner for convenience. So that I would recommend Caribbean Beach Resort. Anywhere else in particular? Probably not like the DVC resorts and things. I
think it depends on your budget. I think if you go for a moderate, then probably Caribbean Beach should probably be the one, because it's got so much, like I say, and it's not like massively spaced out. I think you can easily walk around it and get to different places. Caribbean Beach Resort or like the more value resorts. So Amanda has another question. What do you recommend meal plan wise? Well, that's a question. That is the ultimate question.
We're not massive eaters and the kids are not very adventurous, so standard and simple is best for them. Well, there's plenty of standard and simple food. There's also more adventurous food. There's a good mix of food in Disney, I think, and it's not, you can basically have whatever you feel like at the time in terms of what kind of food you want. Now, when we went, they didn't have the meal plans. I mean, in the past, we've always got the free dining plans, which has meant we didn't have to budget for food. This time we did have to budget for food, but we got $900 or was it $1,008? $1,008 dining credit, and we used that, and that did really keep us going for quite a while.
Well, I was surprised because I didn't think it would last a week, but it lasted over a week into the second week. So, and it's not like we didn't scrimp and save. We thought we're just going to have what we want to eat, and then when it's gone, we'll just use normal money. It did last a good while, didn't it? We were surprised how long it actually lasted.
So, but they are bringing the dining plans in next year. And I think they're bringing a quick service dining plan in. So that might be best for somebody like Amanda and her kids.
Yes. Well, they used to have 3 dining plans, which was like a quick service and then like a medium one where you got 1 quick service and 1 sit down. They don't do the deluxe one anymore, which is like...
That was too much money, too much food.
3 meals a day and 2 sit down, which is a lot of food, but they're not doing that anymore. So I mean, we've had the quick service before, haven't we? We've done the quick service plan, and that worked. You don't go hungry, and I think you worry about quick service, it's just going to be a bit of burger and chips, but it's not. There's so many different places you can go in the parks and the resorts where you can have different meals and different exciting things. It's not all burger and chips.
But you can get burger and chips if you want them.
You can.
And pizza and things like that. So there's a good range. So I think if you were going to, and also you have to pay for the dining plan now, so it's not like part of your package at the moment. So I think the quick service might be sort of best for families. Like Chris says, there's loads of range of food. So probably that one. Let me see any more. I'm going on to the next question. Danielle. Hello, Danielle, who's I know might be having a little trip next year. Top tips or hacks? Oh, we thought of so many, didn't we? But then when you come back, just I think take it easy, especially if you go in the summer when it's really hot. We would get out early, get out early.
That's the key, I think.
No lions.
Get out early, because especially use that half an hour extra if you're staying like it is. Right, use that to get in. It's worth it. Get on rides so you don't have to queue as much before the main people come in.
And then we would leave the park when it started getting really, really hot and really busy, just around lunchtime. Go back to your resort, chill out in the air conditioning, or have a swim like you did some days. Have a rest, have a little nap maybe, and then go back out in the evening. Definitely, when you've got your energy has been boosted. So that's probably my main thing, and also be flexible. Change your plans if you're tired, or if you want to do something different, change it. We have like a plan in place of where we want to go and what we want to do, but we're not afraid to change plans.
No, we have changed it. If, like I say, if it's too hot, or if we can't do something, or like I say, be flexible is a good thing. Just
And especially with you, Danielle, travelling with 2 very little kids as well. It's a long day. I think that like break in the middle of the day would be really good for you all, and then give you that stamina to keep going in the evening. And I don't think you can be prepared for how hot it is as well in summer, certainly. So yeah. Any other tips that you?
Well, just for anybody that I suppose wants to use the virtual queue. I mean, we were very lucky with how I did it, but I think some people have issues with getting on it. And I found the best way to do it, obviously, because it opens at 7 o'clock in the morning. So go on the app, you click on virtual queue, you'll see it'll come to a thing, it'll ask for your party members, click on that, and then you're on a page, and the trick is just wait, and the moment that hits 7 o'clock, just click refresh, so it's just you boom, boom, do it twice, and you're on. Because if you leave it like a minute, it's gone. So yeah.
You did it really well.
So yeah, I would say just make sure you're on it, so that when it hits 7 o'clock, literally just hit refresh, and then just press it again, and you can get on it. I think that's the best way to use it, and like I said, we had no problems getting on that.
Places to eat, best restaurants with kids. No, we don't have kids, but I think
we do, but they're old.
Yeah, old children. It doesn't really matter in Disney, I think, whether you have kids or not. Most places are accessible to adults, kids, anywhere. I mean, your signatures. We did see some children at signature restaurants, but they're expensive as well, so I maybe avoid those. But I think there's a lot of character dining, which we don't tend to do because it's not our cup of tea, where you can meet the Disney characters or the princesses. There's Cinderella's Royal Table, which your girls will probably really like, Danielle. And there's a place, is it Arcasius in Epcot near Frozen? I think that's a princess meet and Greek breakfast as well. And there's Garden Grill, isn't there, with Chip and Dale?
Yeah, there's Ahana with Stitch as well.
So there are, lots of character places which are really good.
I'm just thinking of the quick service. What's the one in Magic Kingdom with the guy playing the piano?
The puppet.
The creature. I don't want to say a puppet. It's real.
Cosmic Rays.
Cosmic Rays.
Yeah.
That's a fun. I mean, it does get really, really busy, but it is kind of a fun place if you want to take kids, because they have like this puppet sort of playing the piano and doing stuff to keep the kids entertained. So yeah, it's quite good.
There's a lot of the quick services are really good for, and they're all they've all got different themes, so they're really good for kids. I mean, because we didn't have the dining plan, I had quite a few kids' meals in restaurants, because I'd always have a massive appetite, not when it's hot as well. So I had a lot of kids' meals, didn't I? And there's more than enough for an adult. Really good. Good value for money. What are your essentials to take into a park? We travel really light in the park. I think because we're staying on site, we don't need to take loads. We don't need to take the kitchen sink and everything, because we can always nip back to the resort. We take one little bag between us, really. I have my handbag with like my purse in and my phone in. And you tend to have a really little backpack. And what do we have in the backpack, really?
You've got your camera.
Put the camera in.
We always have bottles of water. Make sure you've got plenty of bottles of water. And the one thing I brought this time, which was like a game changer, was like I had like a battery pack for my phone, basically like a recharger pack, because my phone, it's an old phone, and the battery very rarely lasts a day. So that was good to have like a charger pack. So when my phone got low, you could just charge it up again. So that was good.
I bought a little fan, and that was a lightsaver.
Lightsaber.
Lightsaver, not a lightsaber. It was a lifesaver. I can't speak now. Lifesaver. Because when you were on the bus, or if you were queuing up outside, it was nice just to pop the fan on and just get a bit of air. So we had that, and we had usual tissues, painkillers, plasters, and spare batteries for the camera. We had 2 little ponchos that we did use a couple of times.
They were
but honestly, the bag is this big. It's tiny. We don't like big backpacks.
I don't like a massive. I mean, the good thing is these days is you don't have the bag check anymore. You're literally going through like an X-ray. So in a way, I used to hate thinking of a big bag. It would take 3 days to go through it. But again, I don't like carrying a massive bag around me. It's nice to have a little backpack. That's like, it's hot and you don't want to be carrying around these huge bags with you.
Yeah, and I just had a crossbody little stitch bag that I had, like I say, some tissues and hand gel and things like that in, and I also had my sunglasses, because I have prescription glasses, and my sunglasses in the little backpack as well. And we only got stopped at security once, and you hear stories of people getting stopped every time. We always had the camera out in our hands when we walked through, but one day it was raining so bad in Epcot that we kept it in the bag, and that's when you got pulled
stopped,
over.
And it was just with the camera that they sort of, and they're really nice. They even apologise. Oh, William's right. It's fine. Just do his job. It's fine.
But that was the only time we got stopped. Travel light,
Travel light, I mean, obviously, we're quite good, apart from the one time when Shari forgot his sun cream. Get your sun cream on beforehand.
Yeah.
Or, we did see a lot of people, to be fair, like they were in a queue and they were like whacking sun cream on in the queue. So if you want to take sun
I think
cream
it's a different matter when you have children as well. You need a lot more stuff on you.
Yeah, that's
you
true.
would probably have a bigger bag. But we don't like to be weighed down, especially in the heat and everything. My phone's gone off. Let me see the next question. Are there places to shop outside of the park, and are they easy to get from the hotel? Well, there's a place called Disney Springs that's kind of in Disney, but not in the parks, and that has a lot of nice shops to look at, lots of different
really good shops.
And it's got Disney shops and it's got non-Disney shops as well, so that's really good. That's like a little shopping village, I would say. And then there's also, like, a lot of people go out to the outlet malls, don't they?
I say we've been to like Mall of Millennia and Vineland outlets. We have been, and they're easy to get to, because like, the good thing is if you want to get anywhere, just grab an Uber. You get an Uber, come straight away, take you where you want to go. Well, not a million miles away, so the malls are quite good if you fancy being a bit more further afield.
Are there I've done that. What are your must-see do for first-time goers? Ooh.
I would say fireworks. Got to see the fireworks for the castle. That's it. Supposed that, and at Epcot, see the fireworks at Epcot. I think the fireworks are, if you're a first timer, that's
And also, sorry, that was just Jeff under the table. And also, I think if you go with children, the parade is really good. At the Magic Kingdom. I think Magic Kingdom is like the magical park. So I think if you're going with young children, that should be your first port of call. Definitely. And go around there, and especially Fantasyland. Yeah,
I think it's good, especially that first walk down Main Street, and when you see the castle, it's like a magical thing. I think that's why we always like to go on the first day, because it's like wow, it's the wow factor. I think so. Yeah, if you go for the first time, do Magic Kingdom first. Yeah, walk down that Main Street.
And try all the different types of transport. So use the Disney buses if you're staying on site. Go on a boat to one of the other resorts. Monorail. And do the train around the railroad around the Magic Kingdom. Just things like that. That's all included in your package, so make the most of it. So
definitely.
Is there anything you would do differently if you took young kids? No, I would just avoid tiring them out too much. Like I say, get up, get in there early for a few hours, and then come back for a rest. That's what we do anyway as older people, and I think kids will probably need that as well to avoid any meltdowns. Can you think of anything else?
No, I was just thinking maybe, I don't know, depending on whether maybe you would use Lightning Lane and Juniper's a bit more, so you don't have to queue, because some things do have a long queue, and when you've got kids, you don't want to be queuing for like an hour to get in things, so maybe you would use that a bit more than what we would do, because kids are like, they don't
want to queue. We don't like to queue.
We don't like to queue.
So we talked about the dining credit. I'll just say a bit about how you get that. So we got $1,008 when we booked, and that's not activated till you get there. So when you checked in, it's like sent to you in an email, so you can have it on your phone, you can save it to your wallet. We asked them if they would print a copy out for us, because we're like old and we like physical things,
like the real thing,
and which I'm glad about, really, because I wouldn't want to keep giving my phone to people to go and scan and things like that. And they printed it out for us at the resort. They had to print it out on two pieces of paper, because they could only do up to $1,000, and so we had one for 1,000, one for 8.
And then we had to ask for another one because one got wet in the rain.
In the rain. Our first one got wet in the rain, and then they punched it out again for us.
Fine.
But that was good. And then we also got a gift card when we booked as well. It's very random that we just got a $100 gift card, and we had to go to World of Disney in Disney Springs to pick that up. And you need photo ID to pick that up. And that's a bit like they didn't really know where to pick that up from there, but we did eventually get that sorted.
Yeah.
So.
And we just use it for food, don't we? It's like we just put it towards a meal. I mean, you can obviously buy souvenirs if you want to with it, whatever you want to do it, but we just use it, put it towards, it's like an extra meal. So
yeah. Virtual queue you've talked about already. We were nervous about using that, but it couldn't have gone any smoother, could it really?
No, it worked really well. I mean, I think you just have to prepare for like even on Tron, even though you've got the virtual queue, we still queue for like 45 minutes to get in, even though it's not like literally like a walk on.
You don't walk on.
You still have to walk on. You just know that you're guaranteed to get on there and get in. You know.
We did miss the fast pass system because in the past you knew you had like those 3 rides booked for each park, whereas it's just like a bit what we're going to be able to get on. And like Chris said, you always knew you could get on things more than once.
Yeah. And I think you have to be prepared for the fact as well, because we used Lightning Lane for the Tron both times, but it was like 20 quid each, so that was like $40 per time for us to ride it, so it's not the cheapest option. But if you want to get on something, I would say use it. If you're going to use like I said, the Lightning Lane, you want to ensure you get on something.
Yeah, I was going to say we didn't use Genie Plus, which is a bit like the fast pass system, but you have to pay for it. So you can book one and then you can book another one, I think 2 hours later or something like that. But like a lot of some rides in each park aren't included on it, so that's when we did the individual Lightning Lane.
I don't think we needed, we couldn't justify Disney Plus, Genie Plus, but we knew, like I say, I think like Seven Dwarfs, we couldn't get on that one, and we did use the Lightning Lane to make sure we could get a ride on it, and that was like $10.
If it had been more difficult, or if the queues had been bigger on all the rides, we probably would have used it, but we didn't need to use it. It was just for certain rides that we couldn't get on. Yeah. So and the individual Lightning Lanes varied in price. So Tron was like $20 each.
Yeah. $7 was $10 each. But it varied depending on which ride you want to go.
So just talking about Caribbean Beach Resort, I love that resort. And to go back this time when all the building work had finished, Riviera Resort, which is right next to it, had finished. The Skyliner was up and running. It was just brilliant going back, and I would go back there again.
I think we were debating where to go, because originally in 2020 we were supposed to go to like Port Orleans, French Quarter, and it is a beautiful one. But then we thought, well, Caribbean Beach is nice, and again it's got the Skyliners, it's a game changer, and we wanted to go back again when it was like completed, where before it was a bit of a building site. So yeah, I love Caribbean Beach. I mean, the only downside about Caribbean Beach was the fact is a lot of the rooms are being refreshed. Unfortunately, when we got there, we were in Aruba and the room wasn't refreshed. And if you watch the videos, you see we had issues with the aircon.
Really,
Not working and being noisy, but they were brilliant. They moved us to Jamaica and it showed you, wow, what a difference it was between the old ones and the new reconditioned rooms. We had a brilliant room. Everything was refreshed, and God, the aircon was amazing. So everything worked. And
that feeling every time you walked in the room and the aircon was working.
It was brilliant,
bliss.
And hopefully, like I say, when we do go back, it'll all been refreshed, and it won't matter where you stay. So, but yeah, I would definitely recommend Caribbean Beach. It's just awesome.
And we stayed at Radisson Blu Hotel at Manchester Airport, which we always love staying there because it is so convenient, whichever terminal you're flying from. We did the meet and greet parking, which again was so easy.
I love this fact you can just go. You can literally just go in a lane, pack up your car, take your keys, and give them your keys, and it's done. And then
it's ready for you.
Yeah, it's brilliant when we arrive. You literally just go in, and you just obviously put in like your ticket, and then you take your keys out of your box, and your car was literally there waiting for you. No stress, no worrying about it.
It's really good.
Really
but Radisson Blu, we paid £20 more for a runway view,
wasn't it, in the end?
And we probably wouldn't do that again. We always said we'd never had a runway view, and we thought, well, let's get one this time, and it was fine and it was interesting, but it really wasn't any better than the view we've always had at the other side of the building.
The facilities weren't any better, and I think we were lucky because where we were, there was like a big, huge grey building in front, so you could kind of see the runway, but it's kind of off to the side. I think if we'd have been a bit further on, maybe we would have had a better view, but yeah, I don't think it justified the extra money for it in a way.
Probably, but it is a nice, really convenient hotel.
Oh, we love it. I think it's nice being in the terminal. I think that's the thing, because we originally booked, I think when we first booked, it was a lot more expensive, so we kind of booked a hotel. It was like 5 or 10 minutes away from the actual, and you'd have to have a walk or get a bus there, but just to be actually in the terminal and just be able to get out on the morning, walk down and check in. Yeah.
Just
Game
makes
changer.
life really easy,
Yeah.
doesn't
We
it?
like ease.
Yeah.
Make it as simple as possible.
Traveling is stressful, so anything we can do to make it easy. Oh, have we talked about Uber when we got to Terminal
no,
C? Well, let's
Uber's,
talk
yeah.
about Terminal C
Okay.
first, because we hadn't flown into Terminal C before. That's the new terminal, and so we were really nervous about that as well. And we'd heard some horror stories about it, with it being new and everything. But it couldn't have gone any smoother, really. We got off the plane. There's a bit of a walk to the baggage claim. You claim your bags before you go.
Which again, I was a bit worried about, because normally you went through like
Immigration
first and then back to, and I was like, God, if we're going to be waiting ages for the bags, and then you get to immigration, then you have a massive queue there, and kind of. But to be fair, we got to immigration and we were literally right through.
Yeah,
Although
and then
we did get checked again.
extra security, but
Yeah.
that was 5 minutes
yeah,
and everything.
yeah.
And then we literally just walked across from immigration and caught an Uber right outside.
Literally, it was just there, and literally I just did it on my phone with the app, just clicked on it, and it was like, yep, there's your driver. And it wasn't even, I think it can be more expensive, and sometimes if it's ridiculously expensive, maybe wait 5 or 10 minutes and then check again, because it varies depending on price. But I checked on it and it was about $50 odd, and I thought, you know what, I'll take $50.
We could have probably waited and got
You
it
could have
cheaper,
waited,
but we
maybe.
didn't
It's
want
like
to
you just
wait.
don't know. So we clicked on it, and the driver was in there literally within a couple of minutes there. Yeah, took us to the result, and exactly the same on the way back. We
Yeah.
did it the same. We just clicked on it when it was time for us to, got all our bags, clicked on it. It's like, yeah, Uber there, 5 minutes, it picks you up, take it back to the airport.
And
Job
Terminal
done.
C, like even coming back, it had a nice relaxed vibe, didn't it? Even though we didn't enjoy the lounge at Terminal C as much as we enjoyed the lounge that we got for being business class.
Yeah, I think
Manchester was amazing.
Yeah, I think they had different views on what like a lounge was, but yeah, I think because we'd had such an amazing time in Manchester, it was a stunning lounge, and it was maybe less than, not as good quality, I would say. So yeah, it was fine, I don't pay for that. I think it was
No.
fine because we got it free with our tickets, but I think I would be upset if I paid for that. But yeah, my only really criticism, my disappointment was like I would like going to like the other terminal, because we see the main lobby when you come in and get to ride
And
a
the
little
monorail
the
with
first ride of the
Mayor Buddy.
holiday.
I missed
Yeah,
Buddy
we
Dyer.
did
I
miss Buddy Dyer,
really
yeah.
missed his little
That's
greeting.
like when you feel like the holidays really began.
That
when
was
you're
the
on
only
that.
disappointment.
But no, I
But
think Terminal C was it's beautiful.
Beautiful,
I mean, God, the way they've done
new,
it's
shiny,
stunning. It, yeah,
lovely
it was
little
shiny.
shops in there, and
Yeah.
it felt really cosy and
It did,
nice.
yeah.
It was good.
Nice, yeah.
So I think that's about it, really. We probably think of some things we forgot to talk about. We've talked a bit about meals. We had some amazing meals. I think we had very little disappointment in the way of meals, did we really? We had amazing tables.
I think the only thing I've got to say is that because we've always been on like the dining plan before, you don't really have any concept of what things cost. And people always go, oh well, the dining plans are ridiculously expensive, and if you buy it, but I think we were generally shocked sometimes at how much things cost. Because like, for example, a Polite Pig we went to, and we've always had on the dining plan, we were like, yeah, it's really good value for money, because you do get a lot of food, but it was expensive. And I think that's when you realise that sometimes the dining plan is,
It's worth it.
because you can buy meals that necessarily you might not buy normally.
I think maybe like for quick service, because the cost of quick service meals does vary a lot. So I think it would be worth it for that maybe. But we actually didn't spend as much money on food as we thought we were going to do. So that, I think if we ever had the option to buy the dining plan, we'd have to sit down and think about it.
Yeah.
Because we'd saved a lot of money in case, because we didn't want to say we couldn't have something. But we didn't actually spend, we came home with a bit of money, didn't we?
And like I said, I think the only advantage of not having a dining plan is we pick and choose. Like you would like to have a kids meal one time, or we might share a meal. Like with Sanaa, we didn't have a meal each, we shared one. Or you might have a dessert or something else because it's not included. So there's swings around about
definitely.
plus points to both sides.
I think we'd have to think about it, about whether we would want to buy the dining plan.
Definitely.
But yeah, the food, as you know, the food is what we go for as well as the ride. So so we just want to say thanks so much for watching all our vlogs, our mini vlogs that we uploaded daily, our main vlogs, and then this vlog as well. We haven't got anything booked at the moment.
We keep looking, we
Yeah,
keep
we do
going,
keep
what can we afford?
The likelihood is hopefully within the next year we'll get back to Disneyland Paris, because that's a bit more doable.
That's the main plan.
And then we'll see what happens in the future regarding Walt Disney World. But we had an amazing holiday. I feel so lucky that we got to do it.
It was stunning.
And thanks for all your support.
Yes, means a lot.
So we shall see you whenever we see you next.
See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.